Good use of the W there from Sodas. Waited for the smite slow from Marcoon. And they do actually hand that kill over to Marcoon.
Yep, that's me. You may be asking yourself how I got here. Well, don't, because this clip's not going to appear any time during the rest of this episode. But here's the Fantasy League. Alright everyone, it's the Fantasy League, week 2 of the winter split. Let's see where we were from last week's predictions. Perky, right there at the top, showing its predictive dominance. Whereas Terry, showing his predictive coin flipping and it not going exactly the way that he planned. Ah well, still another couple of weeks to go. So, let's look at the predictions for week 2. Match of the week on this one was Koi versus Mad, and Darius went for a Mad Lions sweep. Duncan and Martin went for quite a bit of fish, Martin going for a Mad win though. Myself and Terry were a little bit split, though Terry went with the Mad Lions sweep. Pinky flipped its coins and got most Koi objectives but a Mad Lions win. And Perky went for Mad Lions dominance minus a Koi dragon. So, was anyone right? Let's go to the week 2 rundown and find out. So we start with game 1 and his vitality and their dominance versus Astralis and, oh, Blue Dragon for vitality, but First Blood to Astralis, all on the same play. Should go more blue team, but you know, Astralis also got themselves the first Herald. A little late, but they did, and used it on top tower to get themselves the first turret of the game. Baron though went Vitality's way after a bit of a slobber knocker, and they held on to get themselves another win. Game 2, and it was Fnatic versus BDS. And First Blood happened in Blue Side Jungle. It went to BDS. So did the Dragon. It's quite comfortable actually. Herald, while on Vision, still picks themselves up. A Fnatic picked themselves up a nice Herald. I don't know what I said there, but you know, doesn't matter. BDS got the first tower. They also got themselves the Baron. Fnatic were, well, let's just say, lost. And Elder Dragon went to BDS, and they got the win. Game 3, Team Heretics versus Koi. I guess you heard me right, I said BDS got the win. First Blood went Koi's way. That was kind of about it. Herald picked up cleanly by Yankos. Dragon was a little bit of to and fro-in, but he went Koi's way. But top tower just went down to Team Heretics, as did the Baron. And note that kill score is quite high. They got even higher, and with a Mountain Soul, the win went Heretics' way. Game 4, SK versus G2. Well, First Blood went to SK. They were quite happy to go for that. Bot lane tower dive. Herald went G2's way while we had a look at some jungle action. But Dragon also went G2's way. They were just enjoying those neutral objectives. Top tower also went their way while they were just bullying SK top laner Irrelevant. And then SK picked it up. They just got themselves going. And they got themselves a win. 2-2. Final game of the day, Mad Lions versus XL. Who could hold out through this? Well, Mad Lions got themselves a pretty uncontested first dragon, but bullying on the bottom lane eventually led to an XL first blood, while Mad Lions got themselves the Herald. Not sure they were exactly what they needed, but you know. But while this Herald fight was happening up top, first tower went Mad Lions' way, so did Baron, and XL fell over. Mad Lions just got themselves a win. We move to Sunday, and the first game of the day, Astralis versus BDS. First dragon actually went to BDS's way. There was a nice little fight happening in the bottom, but nothing happened there. Things actually happened a little bit later on. BDS got themselves the Herald, and then a few seconds later took out 113 for Astralis for the first blood. Now, that didn't deter Astralis. They got themselves the bottom tower. Everything was fine. And then look at that kill score. By the time we get to 20 minutes, BDS just were in control. And, quickly enough, got themselves a win. I don't know why that particular highlight was so short, but we'll have fun with it. Vitality versus SK is the next game. And Marcoon punished people who went to his jungle. Well, I say his jungle. He made the entire jungle his jungle. Dragon and tower also went SK's way. Basically, Marcoon made this entire map his map. Herald, as you can see, came late because an eye was left open. But SK also got themselves a Baron. And made Vitality their bitch. They got the win. Game 3, and it was Heretic's turn to take on G2. And let's be honest, I'm going to go through these objectives here. Well, G2 got first blood. Someone on the G2 coaching staff booked the time for the new Avatar movie a little too early in the day. Dragon G2, Herald G2's way as well. So they had to finish this match, and they had to finish it pretty quickly, within around about 18 minutes or so. Yeah, they got the second fastest match in the LEC done and dusted. What Baron? G2 swept it. We move on. XL take on Fnatic, a battle of the UK orgs. And first blood went XL's way. As did Herald. While some bullying happened on the top lane. Dragon was picked up by Fnatic while XL were just bullying a top lane tower. But the bottom lane tower went first by about a hit to Fnatic. XL picked up the Baron and everything was going their way. There was absolutely no way they could lose this. They lost it. Fnatic picked up the win from a stolen Baron. Game 5, the game of the week. Koi versus Mad Lions. I'm so tempted to say Rogue. You can't believe it. First blood though went Mad Lions' way to the support. Herald also went Mad Lions' way with quite a bit of a kill lead. Dragon was taken around 10 minutes. It was all good. Tower also taken by Mad Lions with said Herald. Baron pretty much cleanly taken by Mad Lions. Yeah, this is another sweep. Mountain Soul just to, do some stuff, and a second Baron. So we move to Monday. XL versus Astralis, the battle for the bottom. First blood went Astralis' way. Poor VTO. Just not his split. Dragon did go XL's way. That was about it. Herald taken by Astralis, and definitely taken. I watched the eye go. First tower though also went their way. Again, some bullying of bottom lane. A Patrick on a Draven with no cash-ins, can't do much. Baron did go XL's way, but Astralis got the win. So they're now both joint 9th. Game 2, BDS versus Mad Lions. BDS are on a roll. And that wasn't stopping. They got first blood. Mad Lions did get themselves the first Herald at a reasonable time. You know, within 30 seconds of the damn thing spawning. They also cross-mapped the dragon as well. Then the top tower went BDS's way, but note Mad Lions' lack of kills. And while a mid lane tower was trying to be taken on, BDS just said, our Baron, our Mountain Soul, our game, see you later. Game 3, SK versus Koi. And first blood did go Koi's way in between SK's tier 1, tier 2 mid lane towers. But then Dragon was picked up by SK along with the Herald. Marcoon wanted all objectives. Remember, the Summoner's Rift is his jungle. Bottom tower was picked up by SK as well. And the Baron. And while Koi were looking to try and go for a soul, it didn't really go that way. A few minutes later, SK just decided, we want the win, so we'll take it. Game 4, G2 versus Vitality. The battle for the top. And first blood went Vitality's way. Just, goodbye Mickey, nice knowing you. G2 did get themselves a dragon, but not much more. Herald was picked up by Vitality, and those kills, just expect them to go higher. That's right, 5 kills up for Vitality and they get themselves a top lane tower first. By the time we get to Baron, G2 had got a kill, Vitality a Baron. And by the end of the game, 21, 22 kills to 8, 9, so Vitality won alright. Last game of week 2, Fnatic versus Heretics, and Heretics got themselves a dragon. It was nice for them. I mean, you know, they also got themselves first blood after stopping a Fnatic Herald chance. Fnatic eventually did get a turret, but it was Heretics who ended up picking up the second Herald. And things were going fine. And then Heretics got themselves a Baron, and while Fnatic were having a game to go for, it didn't work. Heretics got the win. They were also had a good week. Let's see how our scores reflected based on that. Well, the bots are on the top. Perky at 95 and Pinky at 94. Darius at 91, Duncan 90, Martin 86, myself at 80 and Terry at 71. Maybe the rise of the AI is happening. Maybe we should get worried. Still 1 week to go though. So we will see you next week. Bye.